Hello everyone, good morning. Hello, can you guys hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so how are you all? How is everything going? How many of you are able to download the Spark? How many of you are installed the Spark in your local? Hello.
Yeah, Vikrant, we followed those instructions as you gave in the PDF.
Okay, did you guys able to install it and were you able to open the Spark and were you able to run the Spark codes on the Jupyter?
No, I mean, those instructions were not given, no. I mean, and after those instructions,
Okay, so in the document I have given like how to check that once. Actually, like if you go to Anaconda and there you can see the what I should say, like if you type the Spark, it will show the Spark versions, right? Just a second, I'll open the document. Mhm. Yeah. So can you guys can see my screen? Hello.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So once you are all done with the installation part, right? So if you are followed all of these things, so go to this Anaconda prompt, like whatever the prompt which you are installed, because in my system is not allowed me to like install all these things. So earlier it was I'm able to do that, but now I can't do that actually. So once it is done, okay, so just type the Spark or PySpark. Sorry, just type PySpark. That's it, PySpark and enter. So it should show your Spark installation version and about the details. If you are able to get that, it means you have successfully installed PySpark in your local. Okay. Uh, okay, 3.4 and 3.51 is there. Okay, which is the latest version? I'm recommend to install 3.4.3. If you guys not there. Okay. So you can change the versions, right? Go inside and you can change the version. Okay. So download the zip file already in your laptops. Okay. You can just click on that link. It will just navigate you to. I will share the complete screen just a second. Yeah. So there you can see the 7-zip installer. Anyhow, any version you can download it. And download, you can install the Python. Anyhow, you guys have already installed, I hope. Download the 3.54 version and Hadoop 3.3, because you should match with these two versions. Okay, if these two are not compatible, then you will get an error. Okay, so choose the Spark release version. There you can go and you can see 3.4.3. Okay, change this into here, and this one also should be the same. Okay, pre-built for Apache Hadoop 3.3 and later. Okay, you can get this one, and then you can go to the Spark. Once you have selected the version, you can go with Spark 3.4.3 bin Hadoop 3.tgz file. Okay, yeah, so I'm in the Spark page only. So here you may get the version, right? 3.4.3. Are you able to? You can just open the document and go to that link. Maybe you guys can see that. Okay, start downloading it. Fine. Then the next thing is you guys can directly go to the Hadoop 3.3 link. There you may get this winutils.exe. So don't go with the Naviera and all. So here you can see the small icon. Okay, download a raw file. You can just click on that. So winutils.exe gets downloads. Okay, that is the next step which you guys wants to do. Have to do. Then um, after all that, okay, so then you need to extract the, because both are you can get in a zip file, you need to extract those two. Okay, and once you are downloaded with the that Hadoop 3.3, so download the Hadoop WinUtil from GitHub. So you can see this link is enough for that. So this is this Hadoop 3.3 file you will get from the GitHub. Okay, then okay, then so then next is create a folder structure. Like you can go to C drive. Okay, go to this PC, and here you have a C drive. Here you can create a files like Hadoop and Spark. Go here and create a Hadoop and Spark. There you can paste your 3.3.3.2 version, whatever it is, 3.4.2, that version installed there, and Hadoop as well. So you can go there and you can see the folder structure. Here you have a bin folder, and here I paste the downloaded WinUtil. So once you are extracted that WinUtil version, that whatever the file which you are downloaded from the GitHub, there you can see WinUtils file, this file. Okay, you can just copy paste it here inside of the bin. So you also needs to create a bin folder. Okay, first create a Hadoop folder, then bin folder. Inside of that bin, you can place this WinUtils file. This is the two things which you guys want you have to do. Okay, and copy the downloaded Spark and Hadoop file into above folder respectively. Okay, so you can paste it there. Hadoop. Okay, so what was the document which I shared, right? So there you can see Hadoop 3.3. You can just click on that. It will directly take you to that GitHub. Okay, here you have a download symbol. Okay. Once it is done, you need to set the environment variable and path for Java, Spark, and Hadoop. Okay, how to set the environment variable? You can just type env. Okay, edit the environment system. Then go here Not this one. Uh, go here, and there you can change the environment variables. Okay, path, and there you need to yeah. So here you can create a new, and the path will be uh, spark underscore home, and the path of that folder, what is it? Come on, you can go to the spark folder, go inside, take this take this path and paste it there. Then that's it. The spark home is created. In the same way, Hadoop home, then go there and go inside of the bin, copy this path and paste it there. Okay, this is how it means set the environment variable means this is how you guys needs to do. Okay, so just try to, have you guys done all these steps? Hello, hello. Okay, so please proceed with these steps. Okay, once it is done, please let me know. Okay, maybe um I'll try to download in my local because it is not allowed me to download, and I'll show other alternative as well. Just a second. Yeah, today I will show another alternative as well. That is Databricks. Have you guys heard about Databricks? In the last class, maybe I'll just talk about a Databricks. So there also you can do that. So I on that day I mentioned if you wants to use the Databricks, you need a cloud account. Means you need a paid version. Like if you want to go with Azure or AWS or GCP. So you need a specific subscription for that to use the Databricks. But Databricks also provides a community edition with a lesser facilities and lesser access. So that is absolutely free. You no need to pay for that. It is just for a practice, not for any production or not to share with anyone. Okay, so you can create your own account there and you can use it. How we can use it? So just to type Databricks Community Edition. Okay, just go there, just click on this link. So it will ask for the logins. Okay, it is asked for the logins. Databricks Community Edition. So in that you can just make a sign up if you are not yet registered. So check this cookies. Then we can start giving our name. Okay, Vikrant, Vicky, and Grant, Vicky @gmail.com. One. And if you are working in the any of the company, you can specify that. Okay, and the optional phone number you can provide, and country which you country you are working. Okay, so you can provide all these things and then continue. Okay, this is what you need to do. Once it is done, you just need to log in with the same. Okay, are you guys able to follow that? Hello.
So this Databricks, we have to test it on the cloud, not on
No,
the.
no, not you are not going to use it any of the cloud services. It is just a community edition. This is also providing us some space for you. Okay. I'll log in with my ID and I will show it in a second. You can use personal email ID and log in there. Um, so here you can see the Databricks and UI how it looks. I just log in using my email IDs. Okay, this is how it looks. So here you can create a new notebook. Okay, so see here we have a computer option as well. Like if you are using any cloud services and recent and workspace, many options we have here. Like workspace, you can see these are the notebooks which I created already. And if you want to create a new notebook, you can go there and you can create a new notebook. It will take some time, yeah. So new notebook is created. So for that Databricks, you need an agent to execute your PySpark code. The agent, which we call it as an clusters. Okay. So for that, how we can create it? You can create within a new instance and any my cluster or anything you can provide the cluster name and create and attach. Okay, I can say demo data bricks create. So it will take hardly 4 or 5 minutes to start the cluster. Once this cluster starts, you are able to run your PySpark code in this notebook. And this is see the Python programming language only we are using. Only reason is you are running your Python on the Spark clusters. Okay, you can change this name like the same demo one. And anyhow Python we are using, we are not using any other programming language. You can see here Python. It means we are running a PySpark code there. um so you can't publish, you can't do all these things because it's a community edition. So you can't publish it, you can use it for yourself and it's just for a practice. Okay, and table of content. Yeah, see here, this is showing your notebook structure. Okay, so workspace which you have, and the table of content which you had here in this notebook. Here we don't have anything, right? So that's why it is showing like that. So once it is done, again you have a file option if you want to create a new notebook or if you want to import anything. And i- if you have any cloud account, you can use the clone also, like you can save it in your personal cloud account if you want to rename it. And if you want to export this notebook, you can just download it as an IPython notebook. Once it is done, you can just download it as a notebook. And if you want to move it to any folder or if you want to delete it, you can delete. So whatever the data which is generated from your code or from your transformation, you can you upload it to your DBFS, that is database system. So for these things, again you need a cloud services to store the data. To do something, you need a cloud services. Okay, that once it is done, maybe you can see, you can also explore edit option if you want to cut the cell, remove the cell, paste the cell. So this is all about the cells. Okay, so here you are also, you have a play button to run the cell or to only run selected cell, run all above, run below above. So you also know that keyboard shortcut, you can use shift enter or control enter, right? So same like how you guys are used the Jupyter notebook, in the same way you can use here as well. Okay. So here you can see the Databricks get executed. Demo Databricks cluster is ready. So now I will execute a small Python, small and very small code of Python here. Just a second. I'll take that code. I have a folder of that. Mm, Sorry, give me a second. I will come back here again. Yeah. So can you guys can see the screen, the Databricks?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So here, just once you are installed with all the dependencies, you need to import this PySpark. So you can't get this PySpark by using pip install PySpark. Okay. If you are install the PySpark in your local, so then only you will able to execute this PySpark.sql and import the Spark session. This is the case when you are using this PySpark in your local. If you are using the PySpark in the Databricks, you no need to install all these things. It is built in Databricks. Okay, so here I have not made any pre-installation for my Databricks. Okay, so that I can easily execute without any installation in the on the Databricks. Okay, then so these all we need it because see PySpark.sql it is creating it's a Spark session. This is the um, main pillar to create any kinds of data frames. There we are used in a Python, we are used a pandas, but here we are using in a Spark session to create a Spark environment and thus there you can add the data frame. Okay, so here you can see Spark session dot builder. So here I'm just creating using an app name and creating a Spark here. This is the case you need when you are working in the local. But again, if you are working in the Databricks, you no need to create this as well. Spark is again built in and this all Spark session creation is already taken care by the Databricks. Okay. So then, so here I just defining the columns, which column data frames we need. The table name, sorry, table columns. So I need a table with the name of name, age, and city. So there is a different way of assigning that creating a data frame by using Spark. That is, you can see we have Spark dot Spark. You can directly use it. So no need to create. Spark is created within a Spark session. Okay, but it is in local. But in your Databricks, you can directly call this Spark dot create data frame. This is a function. But in the pandas, what we use pd dot data frames. Correct? But here it is spark dot data frame. You can use it. Create data frame. So in the bracket, you can use data, comma, schema. So this will always accept data and the schema. Data means what are the values you should have in your data frame. Schema means the column names which you need to provide. This is very simple. So here you can go data means what are your rows. So in a list, you can provide your rows. Okay, this is the first row, this is the second row, this is the third row, like this. Then columns. So for this is age, sorry, this is the name, these numbers are age, and these are the cities. So how we can give it? So first column. So we are already imported a struct type. The type of the schema here should be struct type. Okay, struct type, inside of that function, you can create a list of columns. You can easily provide, instead of providing all these things, you can easily provide a list of columns like name, age, city. If you want to create a data frame along with a right data type for those columns, let's say name is a string, age is an integer, city is the string. So you can specifically assign the data type for the each of the column. If you are not assigned any data types, then what happen? It is automatically going to assign the data types which it observes. Sometimes the age column should be integer, right? But it is assigned with sometimes it is going to assign within a string data type if it finds any character or something. If you want to enforce the schema with your data types and the column names, you can go with this way. It means struct field, see here, it's a name, the string, and the data type, and true. It means whether your column should contains null values or not. If you are provided a false, then what happened? If the data frame contains a null, it will throw a error. If it provide it as a true, then its column is going to accept the null values from the null values. Okay, so be sure on that. If you are provided a true, you can provide a null values true, means null values to your column. If you are provided as a false, then null values are strictly restricted for that column. That's it. So if you don't want to give all this configuration, you can directly go with this as well. Okay. So then once it is, let's create the data frame. It's waiting to execute. Yes, it is done. So I need to see the data frame, right? I can easily run this one. See here. I can't see the data frame easily. See, data frame, name is string, age is big int, and city is string. Why we can't show it? Why we can't see the data? To understand all these things, you need a backend working process of the Spark. Why the Spark games? Why we can't see the data directly? In Python, in Pandas, if you type the df, you will get top rows, right? At least certain limit of rows you can see it. But here you can't see the data. Why we can't see the data? Then what is the backend principle, like how it is executing? What is the backend principle of that? So Spark is I'll just give in a good hint that Spark is in a distributed system. Okay. So if you give the one task for that, what happened? It is going to distribute the job across all their nodes. Let's say if I give one task, okay, if I give some task to someone here, a person A, then what happened? That guy had a good team which can was contain nearly 4 5 workers. If I give the task to A, then what happened? That A is going to assign the creating a subtask, is dividing the task and giving it to rest of the 4 peoples. Then what happened? All the 4 job which is given, that is going to works parallelly. Once their works is done, again it is going to combine it and give it to me again. So then what happened? So my job is done in a fast manner. How? If I if the person A only sit and try to do that job, it will take a time, right, to complete the same job. But what he did, he just divided all this job and proceed with in a parallel approach and execute it faster. That's why everyone say that Spark, uh, PySpark is very fast and very efficient when it comes to big data. It is going to distributes the job to across their worker nodes, then getting the job done, then combine it and save it somewhere. So that's why we can't see the data here because the job is distributed across the nodes and it is executed. Unless and until you are going to call that result, then you will not get the results. The reason because it is saved, the jobs are saved in its worker nodes. So once you call the result, then what happened? It is trying to combine all the tasks and it's going to give the results. Are you guys able to understand? Very high level understanding. I'll go in deeper. Okay. But were you guys able to understand the concept? What is distributed system? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Vikrant. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I have a presentation for that Spark backend process, how Spark came into world, and before that Spark, how big data is handled. To explain all these things, I have an on presentation. Actually, I'm looking for that. I'm just modifying that. So maybe I will complete that by today, and tomorrow I will definitely explain the same thing. There you will then you can then you will find how it is going to work and how efficient it could be and what is the older process which users use for this big data. Okay, so meanwhile, I'm just recommending you guys to either install the PySpark in your system, or you can go to create. You can just create a Databricks Community Edition. Okay, try to install it and try to execute it. You can install Python code as well. Okay, here it is not like you can't install any Python code. You can use Python. Sorry, import and as PD. See, it's installed because Databricks come up with some installation and some they have some of the Python library installed. The necessary libraries are installed. You can also use the Python pd dot data frame and you can use you can see You can use the Python codes as well. Okay, just create a Databricks community edition, try to create a cluster and try to execute any codes there. Okay, to get the clarity that okay, you guys are able to run the PySpark code. Is that clear? Cool. Then, so again, tomorrow we are going to join the call at the same time. And thanks for understanding and thanks for being late as well. And thanks for joining late as well. Okay. So I'll just close the call for today. And tomorrow I'll come up with some good presentation of the Spark and background of Spark. Okay. Until that time, have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.